What if I told you there's one simple drink that can change everything? How firm you feel, how confident you are, how alive your body becomes in just 60 minutes. Most men over 50 think their problem is age, that it's just how it is. But in reality, it's not about age. It's about blood flow. And the truth is, your veins aren't dead. They're just waiting for the right signal to open again. There's one drink sitting in your grocery store right now that can force your blood vessels to open up to 200% wider, naturally. No pills, no side effects, just pure biological power. This is what men in their 60s and 70s are now using to reclaim their confidence, and it starts working within 1 hour. Hi, I'm Dr. Mariana Parker. I'm a board-certified urologist, and I've spent the past 20 years helping men restore performance and vitality without relying on drugs. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what this drink is, how it works, and how you can use it to bring back the strength and stamina you thought were gone forever. Because the secret to lasting power isn't found in a prescription bottle. It's hidden inside the natural chemistry of your own body. Stay with me till the end, because the most powerful part comes last. Before we talk about the drink itself, you need to understand what's really happening inside your body. When you were younger, your arteries were wide, flexible, and full of life. Blood rushed through them like water through a brand new hose. But as the years pass, stress, sugar, lack of sleep, and even sitting too long start to damage the lining of those arteries, the endothelium. That inner lining controls one critical signal: nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is like a switch. When it's turned on, your blood vessels open. When it's turned off, they tighten, restricting blood flow everywhere, including where it matters most. That's why so many men notice that their firmness fades, their recovery slows, and their energy drops. It's not just about hormones, it's about circulation. Imagine trying to water your garden with a hose full of kinks. No matter how strong the water pressure, nothing flows through. Your body works the same way. Without open vessels, blood can't reach the muscles, the nerves, and the tissues that create performance. Now, here's the exciting part. Your body can repair this. You can actually retrain your arteries to open up again and flood your body with life. And it starts with what you drink, because certain natural compounds trigger nitric oxide production and force those arteries to relax naturally, safely, and fast. In this video, I'll reveal 5 powerful drinks that can do exactly that. Drinks that restore circulation, boost oxygen, and bring back the performance you thought was gone. But one of them is so potent, it can expand your veins by over 200% within just an hour. And that's the one we're starting with next. The #1 nitric oxide powerhouse you can drink before intimacy. This is it. The drink that pharmaceutical companies never talk about because it works too well and it's completely natural. Beetroot juice. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, and yet it's one of the most powerful ways to supercharge blood flow and performance, especially for men over 50. Here's why. Beetroot is loaded with natural nitrates. When you drink it, those nitrates travel through your digestive system into your bloodstream and transform into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells your arteries to relax and open wide. When it rises, your blood vessels expand like a balloon filling with air. That expansion means more oxygen, more nutrients, and more blood reaching every part of your body that needs it, including the most important ones for intimacy and stamina. Clinical studies show that beetroot juice can increase blood flow by up to 200% within an hour. That's not hype. That's biology. When nitric oxide surges, the smooth muscles in your blood vessel walls relax. Your circulation improves, your firmness strengthens, and your confidence returns. Here's the key. Timing and amount matter. Drink about 8 to 16 Oz, that's 250 to 500 milliliters of pure beetroot juice about 60 minutes before activity. That's the window when nitric oxide peaks in your blood. You can make it fresh with a juicer or buy pure, unsweetened beetroot juice at most stores. Just avoid blends with added sugar. Sugar kills the vascular benefits. If you don't love the earthy taste, mix it with a splash of apple or ginger juice. Keep at least 75% beetroot, and you'll keep the power. Some men even say they feel a warm pulse moving through their body about 45 minutes after drinking it. That's circulation, waking up, and that's just the start. Because once nitric oxide starts flowing, you can protect it, extend it, and make it last longer. How? By pairing beetroot juice with a second powerful drink that keeps nitric oxide alive inside your bloodstream. And that's what we'll talk about next. Now let's talk about something sweet, deep red, and ancient. A drink once called the nectar of strength in Persian medicine, pomegranate juice. For thousands of years, men have used it to boost fertility, energy, and endurance. And today, science finally explains why. Inside every glass of pomegranate juice are powerful plant compounds called polyphenols, especially one known as punicolagon. Think of punicolagon as a shield. When you drink pomegranate juice, these antioxidants rush through your bloodstream and protect nitric oxide, the same molecule that beetroot juice helps you produce. Nitric oxide is fragile. The moment it meets free radicals or inflammation, it breaks down. That's where pomegranate steps in. It blocks those free radicals, keeping your nitric oxide alive and active for hours longer. So while beetroot opens your arteries, pomegranate guards them like a bodyguard protecting a king. The result? More sustained blood flow, better circulation, and longer-lasting firmness. One major study followed men who drank a small glass of pomegranate juice daily for 4 weeks. Almost half reported that their performance returned to levels they hadn't felt in years, and many of them said their confidence skyrocketed. To get the full benefit, drink about 8 to 10 ounces of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice about an hour before intimacy. And here's a bonus. If you make it part of your morning ritual, your baseline circulation will improve over time. Every day you drink it, you're training your blood vessels to stay open, responsive, and alive. But what if there was a drink that didn't just protect nitric oxide, but actually created more of it? There is. And it's hiding in one of the world's most refreshing fruits. This next one surprises almost every man I talk to. Watermelon. You probably think of it as a summer fruit, sweet, refreshing, simple, but inside that red flesh, and even more so the white rind, is one of the most powerful natural compounds for men's circulation. It's called citrulline. When you drink watermelon juice, your body converts citrulline into another amino acid called arginine. Arginine then turns into nitric oxide, the same molecule that opens your arteries, increases blood flow, and gives you stronger, longer-lasting performance. Now, here's the trick. If you take arginine directly, your digestive system breaks most of it down before it even reaches your bloodstream. But citrulline from watermelon bypasses that process. It travels through your body intact, gets converted in your kidneys, and then floods your system with usable arginine, fuel for nitric oxide. That means watermelon juice is actually a more efficient way to boost nitric oxide than most supplements on the market. In fact, studies show that men who drank watermelon juice daily experienced improved blood flow and better firmness within just 2 weeks. So how do you make it? Blend 3 to 4 cups of fresh watermelon cubes. Include some of that pale white rind. That's where the citrulline lives. You'll end up with about 16 ounces of juice. Drink it 30 to 60 minutes before intimacy. It's sweet, hydrating, and works beautifully alongside beetroot or pomegranate juice. Because remember, beetroot creates nitric oxide, pomegranate protects it, and watermelon helps your body make more of it. 3 natural allies working together to bring your circulation back to life. And when you combine them the right way, the effect is unlike anything else. That's what I call the triple nitric oxide booster. And I'll show you how to make it next. All right, gentlemen, this is where everything comes together. You've just learned how beetroot juice opens your blood vessels, how pomegranate juice protects nitric oxide, and how watermelon juice builds more of it. Now imagine what happens when you combine all 3. That's what I call the triple nitric oxide booster. It's simple, it's natural, and it's one of the most powerful vascular combinations you can drink. Here's how to make it. In a large glass or shaker, mix 8 ounces of beetroot juice, 6 ounces of watermelon juice, and 4 ounces of pomegranate juice. That's it. An 18-oz drink that activates 3 different pathways for blood flow, stamina, and energy. The beetroot starts the process, sending nitrates through your system. The watermelon adds citrulline, which turns into arginine, fueling even more nitric oxide. And the pomegranate's antioxidants keep that nitric oxide alive and active longer. Together, they create a chain reaction in your bloodstream, like a triple-lane highway suddenly opening up after years of traffic. Men who try this combination often describe the effect as feeling warm, steady, and deeply charged. Not jittery or overstimulated, just alive. Drink it about an hour before intimacy for the strongest results. If you're consistent and have it a few times per week, your baseline circulation will continue to improve. You'll notice better energy, better recovery, and even better focus throughout the day. Some men tell me it's like rediscovering the version of themselves they thought was long gone. But here's the best part. You don't need to wait for results. The effects start building within hours, and the longer you use it, the stronger it gets. Because once your circulation wakes up, your body remembers how it's supposed to perform. But what happens if you take this even further, using these drinks not just before activity, but every single day? That's where the real transformation begins. Here's something most men don't realize. These drinks don't just work for one night. They train your body to perform better every single day. See? Nitric oxide isn't a one-time chemical burst. It's part of your body's long-term communication system. When you give your blood vessels the nutrients they need daily, they adapt. They start producing nitric oxide more efficiently. They become more flexible, and they stay open longer. That means your baseline circulation improves. Even on days you're not expecting any intimacy, you'll notice the difference. You'll wake up with more energy. You'll recover faster after workouts. Your hands and feet will stay warmer because blood is finally flowing freely again. Studies show that men who drink beetroot or pomegranate juice every day for several weeks develop stronger, more responsive blood vessels. Their blood pressure stabilizes, their stamina rises, and their confidence returns. Think of it as compounding interest for your body. Each glass you drink builds upon the one before it. You're not just improving performance for tonight, you're rebuilding your foundation for the years ahead. Here's a simple daily routine I recommend. In the morning, drink a small glass of pomegranate juice, about 8 ounces. That sets the stage for better endothelial health all day. In the afternoon, add a beetroot shot or a small smoothie with fresh watermelon. That keeps nitric oxide levels high, your vessels open, and your circulation humming. And when you know intimacy might happen later that day, that's when you bring back the full triple booster formula. Because now your body isn't starting from zero. It's already primed, responsive, and ready. Men who do this consistently often say they don't just feel stronger physically. They feel more confident mentally, more alive, more like themselves again. But there are still 2 more natural drinks that can make this transformation even deeper. One helps your blood recover, and the other sharpens your focus and calm. Let's talk about those next. Now let's add 2 secret allies that most men completely overlook. They don't just boost blood flow. They help your body recover, stay calm, and perform longer without burning out. Let's start with tart cherry juice. This dark red juice is loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins. They fight inflammation, repair blood vessel walls, and help your arteries stay flexible. But here's the hidden bonus. Tart cherry juice is one of nature's richest sources of melatonin. Now, you might think melatonin is only for sleep, but it's also a powerful vascular protector. It helps your body repair the endothelium, that inner lining of your arteries, while you sleep. It also protects nitric oxide from breaking down overnight. So when you drink a small glass of tart cherry juice a few hours before bed, you're not only setting yourself up for deeper rest, you're boosting your next day's circulation too. It's like recharging your system while you sleep. Now let's move to the daytime hero, green tea. Green tea doesn't directly create nitric oxide. Instead, it helps your body use it better. Its key compound, EGCG, protects the enzyme that makes nitric oxide from oxidative damage. That means the nitric oxide you already have works longer and stronger. Plus, green tea contains L-theanine, an amino acid that calms the mind without making you drowsy. When combined with the small amount of caffeine in green tea, it creates something special: focused relaxation. That calm confidence is exactly what men need before intimacy. So here's a quick formula you can try. Brew 2 strong cups of green tea. Let them cool and mix them with 8 ounces of pure pomegranate juice. Add ice if you like. This creates what I call the Endothelial Health Blend, a drink that supports your blood vessels, sharpens your mind, and keeps your nitric oxide levels thriving all day long. So now we've got your pre-activity drinks, your daily circulation routine, and your recovery blend. But there's one more secret that can make or break everything. Something so simple, most men never think about it: hydration. And I'll explain why it matters more than you think. Next, before you reach for any of these powerful drinks, there's one rule every man needs to know. None of it works if you're dehydrated. Think of your blood like water in a hose. If there isn't enough of it, even the widest hose won't deliver pressure. That's exactly what happens inside your body. If you're low on fluids, your blood volume drops. And when that happens, your circulation, energy, and firmness all suffer. So here's the fix. In the hours before intimacy, drink about 16 to 24 ounces of water. Not right before, but 2 to 3 hours earlier. That gives your body time to absorb it, rebuild volume, and prepare your system for better flow. Then, when it's time for your nitric oxide booster, your blood has the volume and pressure it needs to respond. But don't overdo it. Drinking too much water right before activity can make you feel bloated or distracted. Hydration is about balance, not flooding your system. Now let's talk about something you might not expect: temperature. If you drink your juice ice cold, your body reacts with a brief constriction of blood vessels. That's why I always tell my patients, keep your drinks at room temperature or just slightly cool. Cold liquids can momentarily tighten your vessels. Room temperature keeps them relaxed and ready. And yes, timing matters. Most of these drinks, especially beetroot, watermelon, and the triple blend, work best when consumed about 60 minutes before intimacy. That's when nitric oxide peaks in your bloodstream. But everyone's body is different. Some men notice the best results after 45 minutes, others closer to 90. So experiment. Find your sweet spot. And remember, with these natural boosters, more isn't always better. Stick to the optimal ranges: 8 to 16 ounces of beetroot juice, 7 to 10 ounces of pomegranate, 12 to 16 ounces of watermelon. More than that doesn't double the benefits. It just adds more sugar and calories your body doesn't need. So to recap, stay hydrated, keep your drinks room temperature, and time them about an hour before activity. Do that, and you'll feel the difference, not just physically, but in your confidence too. And now it's time for what I promised you at the start, the real takeaway, the part that ties all of this together into one simple, life-changing ritual. Let's bring it all together, gentlemen. Because what we've talked about today isn't just about one drink or one night. It's about reclaiming something deeper: your circulation, your confidence, and your control. Here's the truth: your body still has the power to perform like it did years ago. You just have to remind it how when you feed it the right nutrients: beetroot for nitric oxide, pomegranate for protection, watermelon for fuel, cherry juice for recovery, and green tea for calm focus. You're rebuilding the system that drives your energy, your strength, and your masculinity. Start with this. 1 hour before intimacy, drink your triple nitric oxide booster: 8 Oz beetroot, 6 Oz watermelon, 4 Oz pomegranate. Drink it at room temperature. Stay hydrated. Breathe deeply. Then give your body time to work its magic. You'll feel warmth. You'll feel energy. You'll feel alive. And if you do this regularly, a little pomegranate in the morning, beetroot or watermelon in the afternoon, cherry juice at night, you'll start to notice permanent changes. Your circulation improves, your energy returns, and your confidence comes roaring back. Because this isn't a pill, it's a partnership with your own biology. Men who follow this ritual often tell me something remarkable. They stop worrying about performance and start enjoying connection again. That's the real power behind these natural boosters. They don't just help your body, they help you feel like yourself again. So here's what I want you to do. Try the 1-hour ritual this week, just once. Then come back and tell me what you noticed. Comment below. Did you feel more energy, better blood flow, or a stronger sense of confidence? And if you have any questions about your health, hormones, or circulation, drop them in the comments. I read everyone personally, and I'll answer them in future videos. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another man who deserves to feel strong again. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're waiting for you to wake your body back up. I'm Dr. Mariana Parker, reminding you that power, stamina, and confidence all begin with circulation. And in our next video, I'll show you a bedtime habit that can triple your testosterone naturally without a single supplement.